Shocked cries echoed through the Galactic Council as reports surfaced about humans developing a devastating new weapon, codenamed Prometheus, capable of obliterating entire star systems. In the midst of the 2257 war between the United Earth Federation and the ruthless Zorian Empire, Captain Alex Mercer was tasked with transporting Prometheus to a secret base. His ship, the UEF Dauntless, faced heavy Zorian assault. Shields collapsed, consoles erupted in showers of sparks. Crew members were violently thrown, some lying motionless in expanding pools of blood. Mercer knew the stakes. If the Zorians seized the weapon, humanity would face extinction. Deep in hostile space, the damaged Dauntless limped onward, evading the relentless pursuit of the aliens. Earth's survival depended on them reaching their destination. If Prometheus fell into enemy hands, the Zorians would utilize humanity's own creation to annihilate them permanently. News of the Dauntless attack spread rapidly through the United Earth Federation. Admiral Lucas Steele slammed his fist on the command console as he absorbed the report. Fighting the Zorians for decades, he understood they couldn't have stumbled upon the Dauntless by chance. Someone had likely betrayed them. "Lieutenant, launch a full investigation," Steele commanded. "Question everyone with knowledge of the Dauntless mission, regardless of rank." Meanwhile, the Dauntless limped into the research facility's hangar bay, a battered wreck. Captain Mercer emerged, his expression grim, having lost many in the battle. Dr. Peter, a tall, thin figure with a shock of white hair, awaited them. "Captain Mercer, I'm glad you made it," Peter greeted, acknowledging the losses. "But we don't have time for condolences. I need to know about Prometheus and why the Zorians are after it." Peter led them through layers of security into a circular room dominated by a strange device, a giant glowing orb pulsing with eerie blue light. "This is Prometheus," Peter explained, "a device capable of manipulating dark matter." Mercer frowned skeptically. "Dark matter? Isn't that theoretical?" Peter shook his head. "Not anymore. We've found a way to harness its power." Mercer's unease grew as Peter revealed the potential of the device. The Zorians likely knew about it, threatening the galaxy's stability. As repairs commenced on the Dauntless, Mercer convened with his senior officers. They were rattled by the attack and the loss of their crewmates. "I don't like this, sir," remarked Commander Elena Rodriguez, the ship's tactical officer. "If the Zorians were aware of our mission, we have a serious security breach." "I agree," added Lieutenant Commander Mikhelvalov, the chief engineer, emphasized. "We need to find out who's responsible and plug the leak." Mercer nodded. "Admiral Steele is already investigating. In the meantime, we need to focus on our mission. If Prometheus is as powerful as Dr. Peter says, it could change the course of the war." The officers exchanged looks, a mix of hope and fear evident. They sensed they were on the brink of something momentous, something that could reshape the galaxy's power dynamics forever. But they also understood the perilous journey ahead. The Zorians would stop at nothing to seize Prometheus, as they had already demonstrated a willingness to kill for it. As the meeting dispersed, Mercer gazed out the window at the stars. His dreams of exploring the galaxy shifted to a grim determination to protect humanity at any cost. The Dauntless was repaired and ready, but Mercer knew the true battle lay ahead. He resolved to see it through whatever the cost. In the Galactic Council chamber, chaos reigned as representatives from various species voiced anger and fear. The Zorian ambassador, a tall reptilian figure with cold yellow eyes, declared, "The humans have gone too far. This Prometheus weapon threatens the entire galaxy. We demand the United Earth Federation surrender it immediately and submit to galactic oversight." Ambassador Richard Carter, a stocky man with a no-nonsense demeanor, rose to counter. "This is an outrage. The UEF will not be bullied. Prometheus is a human creation, and we will not hand it over, especially not to the Zorians." The Zorian ambassador's eyes narrowed. "You forget your place, human. The Galactic Council has authority over all weapons of mass destruction. Refusal will have consequences." Carter met the Zorian's gaze boldly. "The UEF does not recognize the Council's authority in this matter. We will not be intimidated." The chamber erupted once more as representatives took sides. The Council speaker, a tall being with pale blue skin, banged his gavel, demanding order. "Enough! We will have order. Ambassador, you propose a resolution demanding UEF surrender Prometheus. Carter, the UEF opposes. We will put it to a vote. All in favor of the Zorian resolution," the speaker announced, and hands rose around the chamber. The speaker swiftly counted. All opposed, he continued, noting fewer hands this time. Carter's heart sank. He anticipated the outcome. The resolution passes, the speaker declared. The UEF is hereby ordered to surrender the Prometheus weapon and submit to galactic oversight. Until compliance, economic sanctions are imposed on all UEF worlds and colonies. The Zorian ambassador smirked triumphantly. You see, human, the council has spoken. Comply or suffer the consequences. Carter's face flushed with anger. This isn't over, he growled. The UEF will fight this injustice with every means at our disposal. As the council chamber emptied, Carter wasted no time, contacting Earth's UEF High Command. They needed to prepare for the worst. With sanctions in place, the UEF was effectively isolated. They'd have to navigate survival alone, with the Zorians lurking, waiting for an opportunity to strike. Carter understood the gravity. If the Zorians obtained Prometheus, it meant humanity's demise. Admiral Steele tirelessly sifted through data, seeking the leak's source. Hours of analysis revealed encrypted messages originating within the UEF's command structure. Steele's heart sank. The leak wasn't external, but from within, high-ranking officials doubting humanity's chances against the Council. We can't win, one message lamented. The Zorians are too powerful. Another debated the risks of surrendering Prometheus versus risking a devastating war. Steele's fists clenched with anger. These people were supposed to be leaders, but they're willing to sell out their own for self-preservation, he seethed. Storming into the office of the UEF's top commander, General Marcus Graves, Steele slammed a datapad onto his desk. We have a problem, he spat. A group within our ranks has been leaking to the Zorians. They want us to surrender Prometheus and submit to the Council's demands. Graves' face darkened as he read the messages. Traitors, he growled. They'll face court-martial for this. We don't have time for that, Steele insisted. We need to act now. Listening intently, Graves considered Steele's plan. It's a gamble, but it might be our only chance, he conceded. Get me Captain Mercer and prepare Prometheus for deployment. As the orders went out, Captain Mercer readied his crew. They understood the risks and were prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice. Dr. Peter oversaw Prometheus's preparations, knowing the weapon's potential for catastrophic consequences. As the Dauntless lifted off, Mercer felt the weight of humanity's fate upon him. Facing the vast Zorian fleet, he knew they were outnumbered but had a secret weapon. Prometheus hummed with power as Dr. Peter fine-tuned its settings. With a blinding flash, Prometheus unleashed its might, decimating the nearest Zorian ship. The enemy fleet scattered in confusion as Mercer and his crew pressed their advantage. The battle raged on, the Dauntless weaving through the chaos with precision and power. Despite the Zorians' fierce resistance, they were no match for Prometheus. The once formidable fleet lay in ruins, a testament to humanity's resolve. As the Dauntless returned to Earth, Mercer knew the fight was far from over. The Galactic Council wouldn't take this lying down, and the Zorians would be thirsty for revenge. But Mercer knew humanity wouldn't back down, not now, not ever. With Prometheus in hand and their unwavering courage, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united in their resolve to defend their way of life and their place in the galaxy. As the Dauntless docked at the research facility under tight security, Mercer was greeted by Dr. Peter and Admiral Steele. You did it, Captain, Peter exclaimed, shaking Mercer's hand vigorously. You showed those Zorians what Prometheus can do. The data we collected will be invaluable for refining the weapon. Steele's expression was somber. You performed admirably, Captain Mercer, but the situation has escalated. The Galactic Council is in an uproar, and the Zorian ambassador demands we hand over Prometheus and submit immediately. I've uncovered evidence of a leak from high-ranking officials within our own government who believe we should comply to avoid war. Mercer frowned. With all due respect, Admiral, we can't back down now. Giving in will only embolden the Zorians and weaken our position. We have to show the galaxy we won't be pushed around. I agree, Steele nodded. That's why I'm authorizing a new mission. We need to send a clear message that humanity will defend itself. I want you to lead a strike force deep into Zorian space, using Prometheus to hit their military infrastructure and command centers. Dr. Peter looked uncertain. Is that wise, Admiral? We don't fully understand the long-term effects of using dark matter weapons. There could be unforeseen consequences. We're out of options, Doctor, Steele replied firmly. We must act decisively. We can't become a mere vassal under the Council's rule. Mercer straightened, determination burning in his eyes. I understand, Admiral. I'll prepare the Dauntless for the mission. We'll strike hard and fast until the Zorians and the Council understand that humanity is a force to be reckoned with. As they discussed the operation, Mercer couldn't shake the feeling that this was humanity's turning point. The decisions made in the coming days would shape their destiny, for better or worse. Exiting FTL in a remote star system, the Dauntless braced for battle. Mercer gripped the armrests as the view screen revealed a massive Zorian armada, dwarfing their own force. Battle stations, Mercer commanded, ready to face Admiral Zorthak and whatever lay ahead. The screen flickered, and the imposing visage of Vorkith filled it. His reptilian features twisted into a sneer. Captain Mercer, I must commend you on your audacity, bringing your pitiful ship into the jaws of the Zorian fleet. Surrender now, and I may grant you a quick death. Mercer met the alien's stare with defiance. I'm afraid we'll have to decline your generous offer, Admiral. The Dauntless doesn't know the meaning of surrender. Vorkith let out a harsh bark of laughter. Then you will learn the meaning of annihilation. All ships, open fire. The void of space erupted into chaos as the two fleets clashed. The Dauntless shuddered under the impact of the Zorian assault, returning fire with all its might. On the bridge, Mercer gritted his teeth as the enemy's onslaught battered their weakening shields. He turned to Dr. Peter, who worked frantically at his station. Doctor, I think it's time we showed the Zorians what Prometheus can really do. Dr. Peter looked up, a mix of excitement and trepidation on his face. Captain, I must warn you, we still don't fully understand the device's power. The consequences could be... We don't have a choice, Doctor. Mercer cut him off. It's now or never. Activate Prometheus. With a nod, Dr. Peter input the final commands. Deep within the ship, Prometheus hummed to life, dark matter swirling around its core. Suddenly, a massive singularity formed amidst the Zorian fleet, tearing ships apart with its gravitational pull. Vorkith's flagship crumpled and imploded, vanishing into the swirling vortex of dark matter. In moments, the once proud Zorian armada was reduced to debris and shattered hulks, the remaining ships fleeing in disarray. On the Dauntless, the crew erupted into cheers, celebrating their stunning victory. News of the UEF's triumph spread across the galaxy, prompting a reevaluation of humanity's status within the Galactic Council. Ambassador Carter seized the opportunity to press humanity's case, arguing for recognition as a major power. Faced with undeniable evidence of human military prowess and growing support from other races, the Council had no choice but to reconsider. After weeks of negotiations, a new treaty was signed, guaranteeing humanity's right to self-determination and freedom from external interference. As the Dauntless returned to Earth, Mercer and his crew were hailed as heroes. They were awarded the highest honors, their names celebrated across the planet. For them, the true reward was knowing they had changed history, ensuring humanity's future among the stars.